Good morning, everybody. What's going on? See if I can get this camera angle a little bit better here. Whatever. So, what's up? It's day 114 of our motivational videos. It's me, Jessica, and it's cold as heck outside. It's so cold. So I got my fuzzy jacket on. I'm getting ready. I gotta go up to school. I gotta get my books today. I'm signing up for work study because I'm gonna look for a different job because I'm unhappy in my current job, and I do not want to work there for the next 2 years while I'm going to school and trying to make my business grow. Because my current job, it's not helping. They're not necessarily the most supportive of my time schedule, and as hard as I work for someone, I would expect them to work with me. Just, it's not like I ask for a lot. But anyways, enough about me today. This is for you. This is about you guys today. Today is something serious. It's Motivation Monday, and I wanted to bring you guys some serious material, okay? It's about your money blueprint. We all have one, whether you are aware of it or not. When I first came across hearing about this, I was like, what are you talking about? But I was listening to an interview today on Genius Network between Joe and the guy that operates that website and everything, and this author, T. Harv Eker. He's the author of the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Hello, okay, so that obviously struck my interest. He's a motivational speaker, which I'm into, I love doing, and he's a businessman. So he's obviously a very good person to listen to. Straight up. He always says at every one of his seminars, it's even on the back of his book, it says, give me 5 minutes and I can predict your financial life for the rest of your life. He's gotten very good at determining, necessarily where you're going to go. You can be, what he said in this thing is, you can be a great manager. You can be a great leader. You can, be a hard worker. But if your subconscious mind is not set for a high level of success, you will never, ever have a large amount of money. And if you do, you end up losing it. So, he went into an example, you guys, of Donald Trump, okay? Donald Trump is a billionaire. Everybody knows of Donald Trump, all right? But he lost all of his money. This is something I didn't know because I don't really stay connected and all that, but now I'm about to because it's got my interest. It's, now that I'm a businesswoman and I'm an entrepreneur, these are things that I'm looking into and I'm reading and I'm, educating myself on. Along with going to school for business administration and marketing. I start next week. I'm really excited. I'm really into developing my mind and myself right now. So, because I know that my blueprint personally has, growing up, it was preset low. But now that I'm aware of all of this and changing it, and that my blueprint is sky high, okay? But anyways, back to Donald Trump. He's a billionaire. He lost all of his money. But did you guys know that within 2 years, Donald Trump got all that money back? Over $1 billion in 2 years. After having it, losing it, he got it back. Why? Because his money blueprint was preset to an extremely high level. And there is nothing that will keep that man from being successful, okay? And then if you look at lottery winners, okay, this is the other side. That was the high example of a good blueprint, and this is a bad one. This is most of us, lottery winners, okay? The people who win the 5, 10, even $100 million jackpots, okay? 50% of these people are back to broke 5 years later. Why? Because their money blueprint is preset to low, to being broke, to being in debt. They didn't know how to handle that kind of money. They usually don't invest it. They just blow it, okay? And it's a law. It's a law. If you, in your mind, or in your subconscious, are preset to a low money blueprint, you are either, even if you get lucky to make a good salary, the odds are is that you end up attracting a mate or somebody into your life that, causes you to lose some of that money, all right? So you need to step back, you need to reevaluate, and you need to maybe, if you weren't aware of this whole blueprint thing, you have a blueprint for every major thing in your life: relationships, your happiness, money, finances, all that. You have a blueprint for it. It's preset, and it all starts back when you're young, okay? Because everything honestly roots back to, you know, your train of thought and the way that you are programmed. And when we're growing up as little kids, we don't even notice that we're being programmed, but we are. Like my best friend, her daughter's 4 years old. This little girl is so smart. Why? Because she models and emulates everything she sees, hears, is taught. Like, this little girl is so observant. She's so intelligent. You could sit and have a conversation with her. You don't even know she's 4 years old. All right? It's crazy. But it's because this little girl's mindset and her and like the things that she's being programmed with are the right things. My best friend's doing the right thing in training her daughter. And I don't want to say training like that, but just educating her and developing her mind in the right ways. And that a lot of us, you know, our blueprints, if you don't, okay, to go back just a little bit, the exact thing what a blueprint is how, like, your money blueprint is how you act and think and feel around money. All right, you hear Jamie Cheerio say this all the time. You know, your thoughts lead to feelings, lead to action, lead to results. All right, and he even said this in this. Not Jamie says that all the time, but the author of the book, he was talking about that in his interview. He said these things. So that's your blueprint. When it comes to your blueprint for anything, it's all about the way you think, feel, and act about that certain thing. Okay, so going forward, you have a blueprint for everything. And these are all the things you have blueprints for are all subconscious actions, the way you end up acting them out, okay? Because just think about how much time you would waste if you really had to, like, think and plan out every single action and movement of your day. No, like, there's some things that are just natural. And when they're natural, it's because they became a habit when we were young, and it became a habit when we were young because of the way we were programmed. And I'm not here to diss anybody's parents. I'm not here to diss anybody's upbringing, okay, because I love my mom and I love my parents, but, you know, their financial blueprint wasn't the best. So obviously, growing up, the way I thought about money, the way I felt about money didn't turn out to be the best either. So it's, you know, it's just like culture, you know, it has a big influence, you know, media, your parents, your grandparents, your friends, you know, even strangers, you know, they all have an impact on the way that we think about certain things, whether you realize it or not. And, you know, when it comes to money, different cultures, you ever notice how different cultures have different ways of dealing and investing their money? Like, some places their money isn't worth anything, other places it is, but, you know, and other places, countries are in super debt, and it's just crazy the way people think about money. Everybody has a blueprint, and it's just time that people realize it so that they can, you know, change what's not working. Because let's be honest, the reason we watch like these videos, the reason I listen to, you know, this interview, the reason I get on, you know, calls with my team and other people's teams that I'm not even a part of is because I'm trying to grow my mind. You're trying to grow your mind. You're trying to develop yourself to be a successful person, you know, financially comfortable, be able to, you know, go out to eat and order whatever you want on the menu and not have to look at it. And go shopping and see a shirt or some pants or some shoes and not worry about how much they cost and just be able to buy them. You know, just live comfortably. Live, you know, within your means. Let's not go crazy and buy like 30 different cars. You know, like, be realistic with it. If you spend it wisely, you're going to keep it. Okay? Like, I learned so much for this. I'm actually going to post the link for this interview down in the description of this video, you guys. It's only like an hour long. I really suggest that you listen to it, and then if you haven't read his book, pick it up. I'm going to go pick it up today after I'm done up at school. But there's 3 main ways that we all learn, okay? The way, like, with money and relationships and, you know, how to be happy or dealing with sadness or, you know, even weight. And we all learn this in 3 ways. Verbal programming, it's all about what you hear when you were young. Modeling, what you see when you're young. And 3, a specific incident, you know, what you experienced when you were young when it came to that subject, okay? And then you need to realize, whether you knew it or not, though, all those three things in those three categories, you know, it felt natural. It seemed normal because that's what you see, that's what you hear, that's what you experience. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's what you end up doing, whether you mean to or not. Okay? You got to realize, you know, your mind filed away all these thoughts and, you know, all these incidents and what you've seen, and it became part of your programming. It got filed away for, you know, for a day when you would need it, when it came time to deal with money, when it came time to be in a relationship, when it came time to really try to figure out who you are. You know, your mind pulls out these pieces of paper, and it's like, sometimes, you know, they say people, they just don't know better. Okay, well, they don't know better because it's the way that they were programmed. So somebody, you know, like a lady goes to the store, she finds a green purse, she's like, oh, I gotta have a purse, like, it's a good price. You know, she takes it to the checkout, she's like, oh, okay, this will match the green shoes that I bought last week. And then at the cash register, the lady says it's even an extra 25% off. So in her mind, this lady is going, oh my gosh, this is an amazing deal, it's a good financial decision, I'm not being bad with my money. But where's the part of her mind that says, hello, you probably shouldn't spend this $40 or $30 on this name brand purse, no matter how much it is on sale, because you are $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 in debt. You know, that's not in her mind because it wasn't part of her blueprint. Because when she was growing up, you know, when she was younger, that something had to have happened, because, you know, just like most of us, we're either taught by people close to us who A, didn't have a lot of money, or B, had a lot of emotional baggage when it came down to how they felt about money. And their way of thinking and feeling about money became our way of thinking and feeling about money naturally, just because that's what felt normal. That's what we thought everybody else did, because that's what our parents did, or whoever was close and raised us. But we have to learn to step back, and we have to change those files that our mind filed away with those thoughts, those words. Like, you know, hearing your parents or grandparents say money is the root of all evil, and you can't have money and be happy too, or we can't afford this, or what am I, made out of money, or is that tree out back got, you know, growing dollars, or whatever your parents used to say. You know, that stuff became programmed into your mind, so you started thinking that you couldn't buy things, that you couldn't afford things, that you had to live just like they lived. But you're worth more. You can have more. You just have to change your files. And if you want to change your files, you have to change your thought process in order to change your results. So the only way to change your files is to put in new, different information. Listening to these videos, listening to the interview that I'm posting in the description. It all comes down to your unconscious mind and your thought process. So with that, I hope you feel motivated, and I hope you watch and listen, or just listen. There's no video, it's just words. Just listen for an hour to this interview on Genius Network, because it's pretty badass. Sorry, excuse my language, but it is. And it will teach you how to change your mind to have a millionaire mindset. So with that, peace out.